Ephesians 5, and there's something that I wanted to say about in the Hebrew and Greek languages is there was two different kinds of fear. Sometimes it's written in to fear, like if there was a general coming to kill your whole tribe, that would be one kind of fear. But they also said fear or wrote down fear when it meant a reverence, like how everybody would be amazed to see a hero coming down the street, that kind of fear. So there is a reference to this in husbands and wives, that it doesn't mean that somebody's afraid, that God doesn't want women to be afraid of their husbands. He wants reverence and respect. So, starting with verse 1. Sorry about that. Be ye becoming then imitators of the God as offsprings or children, beloved, and be ye about treading, or be ye walking, in love according as, and the anointed loves us, and beside gives, or gives up, self, or himself, over for the sake of us, toward or offering and sacrifice to the God into odor of well odor or fragrant. 3. Prostitution yet, and every all uncleanness or more having, no yet, not yet even, let it be being named in among you, according as is behooving to holy ones, or to saints. And vileness and insipid saying, or stupid speaking, or well reverting, or insinuendo, the not being proper, but rather thanking or thanksgiving. 5. This for ye are knowing that every or at all paramour or unclean one or morehaver or greedy person who is idolater, no, is having tendency or enjoyment of the allotment in the kingdom of the anointed Christ and God. No yet one you let be seducing to empty sayings through these or because of these things, for is coming the indignation of the God on the sons of the unpersuadableness or stubbornness. Know then, be ye becoming together with havers, be ye becoming joint partakers of them. Ye were for, when? Darkness, now yet light in Master, as offsprings of light. Be ye about treading, be ye walking. 9. The forefruit of the Spirit in every goodness and justice, righteousness and truth. 10. Testing any what is well pleasing to the Master. And know, be ye together communing, or be ye being joint participants to the acts of the unfruitful of the darkness, rather yet and be exposing, also be exposing them. 12. Of the things for hidden becoming or occurring under or by them vile shame is, and to be saying or to be speaking, the yet all being exposed under the light is being made appear, is made manifest. Every or everything for the being made appear or making manifest light is, through which he is saying, be ye roused, the one down lounging, or one drowsing, and upstand, or rise you out of the dead ones, and shall be on appearing, or shall be dawning on you, the anointed Christ. Be ye looking then how exactly ye are treading, no as unwise, but as wise. 16. Outbuying or reclaiming the season that the days wicked are through. Because of this, no, be ye becoming imprudent ones, but ones understanding any the will of the Master, Lord. And no, be ye being drunk to wine, in which is unsaving, but be ye being filled in spirit. 19. Talking to yourselves, psalms and hymns and songs, spiritual singing and stroking or playing music in the heart of you to the Master, thinking always over all in name of the Master, of us, Jesus, anointed to the God and Father. 21. Being underset to one another, or being subject to one another in fear of God, the women to their own men, or the wives to their own husbands. Be ye being underset, be ye being subject, as to the Master, the Lord. That the man or the husband is the head of the woman or the wife, as and the anointed Christ, head of the outcalled ecclesia, and he is Savior of the body. But even, or as even, the outcalled, the ecclesia, is being underset, is being subject to the anointed Christ, thus, and the women, the wives, to their own men, husbands, in all everything. The men, the men be loving, or husbands, be ye loving, the women, the wives, of selves, according as, and, or also, the anointed loves the outcalled, and self himself beside gives or gives up for the sake of her, that her he should be holyizing, he should be hallowing, cleansing, to the bath of the water in declaration. 27. That he should be beside standing, should be presenting her to self, to himself, and esteemed or glorious, the outcalled ecclesia, no having spot or wrinkle or any of the such or such things, but that it may be holy and unflawed or flawless. Thus are owing or ought the men husbands to be loving the of self own women as the of selves bodies, the one loving the of self of himself, woman or wife, self is loving. Not yet one, for question when the of self, or no one at any time of himself, flesh hates, but is out nurturing, and is cherishing her according as, and the master, the outcalled ecclesia, that members we are of the body of him, out of the flesh of him, and out of the bones of him. Instead, corresponding of this, shall be leaving human, the father of him, and the mother, and shall be being joined toward the woman of him, and shall be the two into flesh one. The close keep, this great is I, yet I am saying, into anointed and into the outcalled, morely, and you are moreover also ye, the according to one, each the of self, woman, thus be loving, let him be loving as self, as himself, the yet woman, that she may be fearing the man, the husband, so that she, the meaning on this fearing is that she may be totally respecting the man,